viewers, reminder to everybody, this is the fourth and final game of the first tiebreaker. 4 games are rapid. So if somebody wins right now, the match is over. We will have a new world champion. So the players, they're trying to keep the equality. They do not want to lose now. Neither player wants to lose ever. But if this game is a draw, we will head on over to Blitz tiebreaks.
We're heading to Blitz tiebreaks. I don't see Ding losing this one. It looks like he has a pretty stable position. And Jan could make any number of moves here. You could play King G2, for example. I mean, like you have watched where
and that goes into a level balanced endgame, but with the A passer, he decides to keep the queens on the board, makes the move bishop to E3. So he's threatening the C5 pawn, and potentially if black was to take on C3, we might even see a perpetual check on the board.
Yeah, I think this move is almost a draw for. Queen takes C3, let's say Queen E4 check, King to G8. Rook to C1 at some moment white can play, but black has Queen D4. Or Queen E5, I mean. Yeah, it's very likely that we see a lot of trades. Even if white gets 3 against 2, it's still a draw. Bishop D5, maybe it's like super precise like Bishop D5.
If you're going to take on C3, just says, no, I'll take it later. That makes sense to me. All the trades that happen are going to be good for black in terms of you'll never lose. And maybe if you trade the queens and this pawn survives, black can even be better.
Yeah, I like this move. It's saying I want to make a draw when I'm a little bit better. Queen takes C5, Queen C5, Bishop C5, Bishop C3. For sure, it's a drawn position. But if given a choice, you'd probably take black because black still has a pawn, and yeah, white just has a 3 against 2, which is not enough to win even on its own.
Oh,
Queen to E8. Okay, so Bishop to F6 looks. Bishop C3, Rook C1, a little bit scary there. A bunch of hanging pieces and pins and stuff that. I see a lot of tactics like Rook F3, Rook C3. You know, you could easily lose this one.
Oh, I'm shut up real quick. Queen takes and Queen E4 check is Bob's idea. Check to the king, check to the rook. You're going to lose material, and black is in trouble. So, still tactics left. And that's what Jan is doing. He is playing for the clock right now. He knows the position should be balanced, but the black king is less safe than the white king.
So black can play Bishop F6 here. Very logical. One option. Or I think Bishop C3, Rook C1, Rook F6. I didn't see the exact reputation. Because Bishop D2, there's a lot of like Queen D4 ideas.
He goes for Bishop C3. Is Ding playing with fire? I see the eval bar still approves of it. Rook C1, but now he has to be super careful with just 2.5 minutes on the clock.
No, I think he saw that like Bishop D2 can be met by Queen D4, and white probably can't afford that. So that might actually, maybe it's a perpetual check there. Does black have more, or is it just a draw? Bishop D2, Queen D4, Bishop C3, Queen F2, King H1, Queen F3, King H2. I think, yeah, chess is a draw.
Sometimes when people are playing super accurately, that happens to be the case. But if not for Bishop D2, which allows the draw, could we see a possibility that Jan gets in a worse position? He did just give a pawn. There is this outside passer, the rook on F6, queen on C4, very active pieces. So Jan's about to grab his queen. He has Queen D7. So it looks like he's trying to win this game, but he could be almost trying to lose to some extent.
Yeah, he's messing around a little bit. It's actually a very interesting move because you don't allow black's queen and bishop to get free. Oh, but Queen E2, you actually do. He probably didn't see that one.
It's a brilliant move. And actually, that means it's the only move that allowed black to survive this game. I wasn't looking in that direction. The bishop is now under attack, but he defends it tactically. That was a really nice find. So Tanya, Queen E2 played. Ding now down under 2.5 minutes. A brilliancy, but he's in some time trouble. Extra pawn. Whose chances do you like right now?
This is anyone's game. It's so hard to pick simply because of Ding's clock situation. Queen E2, a really nice line out of because of the and anyone that wants to be in this game, you just go Bishop D4. Fails the position, you're actually in those positions. Because you only have pressure on the so there is a safe and he keeps on now he's down. The 2 on the like one on the board, and the 8 is definitely going to watch out. He has on the board, first he has to move. And everything direct. Tactic using everything using your queen or queen 5 king 2 this game.
Yeah, I think queen 5 is right because you. I think crucially, after bishop D1, you have some kind of queen takes C5 ideas to defend everything. As bishop E1 becomes a threat, you maybe also just have queen E4, but I'm not sure if white. But yeah, queen C5 is super safe there, so we could just see bishop D4 here. A bit of a draw for there for sure. Black decides to go for that.
Safest, right? Bishop E1, your pieces are getting a little bit loose after Queen takes C5, so if you don't want to risk anything, and at this point, Ding probably doesn't have much in the way of winning chances, so play Bishop D4, trade the bishops. Now the attack is gone before it's parried, before we even get going, so I think Bishop D4 would be the right choice, and it looks like we are heading to a draw, so for the over 235,000 of you watching across the different platforms, we are likely to see a draw in this game, heading to Blitz tiebreaks for the World Championship title.
Yeah, I think it shouldn't get super ambitious here. I mean, maybe he was feeling like Queen E2 he's already better, but after Queen E5, I think if you don't play Bishop D4, you're going to be risking potentially, especially with 1 minute on your clock. So hey, he's going for it. Bishop to B4. He got ambitious.
But do you have the option of just giving a perpetual now? Can you exit out with Queen E4 and Queen E8?
Yeah, I guess white's not really risking, right? And also, I guess bishop C5 is. Oh, bishop C5. That's actually how really is white, so let's do that.
That's a good point. Bishop takes C5, bishop D1. You feel the square, that's C5 square, so queen wants to be right. Queen wants to be Queen takes C5 in place. So that's really nasty trap set by the winner.
Yeah, so Queen 4 is the right response. King to G8. You can go back Queen D5. I mean, it looks like a draw, yeah.
But Jan hasn't in making the draw. So
It's the
now he
first
does it.
check.
I think it would have been very dangerous, Tanya, if he had not decided on queen e4.
It was time. It was time for Jan to go for this idea. And now, of course, is the big question. Will he repeat with either queen e8 or queen d5, or at least offer a repetition for thing? I don't see a way for black to hide. You can go back with your rook to f8 in case there's a check on e8. Then you will also have a check on e6. Jan simply goes queen d5, so not even allowing that option. Guys, we're going to see a draw here. This will be a perpetual. We've got blitz coming up. That's what's going to happen. This match is absolutely insane. And Fabi, you will want to call it out first, and we will have a blitz playoff.
Yeah, draw. That's what this rapid playoff has been. It's been super close, and 4 draws. These players they weren't even like huge chances, right? They exchanged some slightly better, slightly worse positions, maybe even clearly better in game or two, but more or less all balance. I don't think we had a single position where it was even close to objectively winning. And this last game, I think, was quite excellently played overall. I mean, maybe some inaccuracies in the middle game, but it was super, super complex, so that's to be expected. And overall, just like really, really balanced. I mean, imbalanced, but also balanced in terms of the evaluation game. And Jan is considering, but it looks like he's going for it. Queen e4. I think has nothing really to think about here. He shouldn't be avoiding the repetition. There's no reason to.
Both players down on the clock, playing on their last minutes. We are expecting a repetition at this point with Ding falling back with the king to g8. Rook g6 is not a move that you consider here, right? It's the only move that I feel with black keeps the game going, but it looks like more like a losing move than a winning attempt.
If rook g6 is not better for what, I'd be shocked. But it's not definitely. Oh my god.
Oh!
What?
Is he playing for a win? Is Liren trying to win this game? Because this is a big moment. The bishop on e3 is pinned. The queens are looking at each other through that bishop. So if you can't take on c5, black is up a pawn. And Liren, I keep using this Hemingway expression. You know, he said, courage is grace under pressure. He's courageous. And queen f5 gives black the upper hand, apparently.
Yeah, is he just pushing? But wait, why would black be better here? You push with c4, yeah? That's actually c4.
So.
C4 is
on the board. White's got to go h4, h5, right? That's the plan. But black stops it with h5.
Or queen g4 as well. You could try to trade queens. You are up 2 queenside passers, and we keep talking about blitz. This is about to be a blitz game where Ian Nepomniachtchi, he's currently up almost a minute, but he is down a pawn, and those are some scary pawns to be down.
I'm in absolute shock that Ding actually decided to continue the game with just a minute on the clock. He's refused a repetition going into blitz.
Yes, it's pretty well. Maybe it has like but probably just 5 was a mistake. And maybe c4 not that one. So what's the bishop to d4? I just want to queen 3, yeah, queen 3.
Oh my gosh, this bishop young by only one move. This is why I see you already point 3. That's completely there are 2 separate pawns, most pawns advancing pawn, and you want to rush your pawn to h5. You do not get that. The queen steps to g4 after pawn h4, offering a queen trade, and then the pawn goes up to c3. Fabi, Tanya, this is worrisome territory for Ian Nepomniachtchi, who's dipping to just about a minute, and that was a mistake.
Oh, queen d3, not even queen g4, queen d3. That's the best way. Yeah, that's really, really bad for white.
Oh my goodness.
The c3 is happening.
That move, rook g6, Fabi, we were thinking that's not even a possibility. And such a brave decision, and it's paying off. Ding Liren, with that eval bar, it shows that he's clearly better here. But practically, Fabi, how easy is this with a minute on the clock? And Jan there keeps the queens on the board, which is absolutely crucial for any play with white. He has to get h5 in. Rook d1 coming
Black is
in.
just pushing. Well, like, what does the h5 matter? Because you don't give checks on that diagonal anymore. Like, okay.
Thoughts with
c3.
rook f6.
It doesn't seem to change a huge amount.
Yeah, what are you doing here as white? Because the queen on d3 is so well positioned, and he goes rook d1. He wants to chase the queen off the diagonal. I think that's a good choice. But can't that queen just slide back to f5?
And then queen c4. He has to engineer some sort of rook d8, rook d5, like something with activity.
Oh, but I like
Queen
this
g6.
because if queen c4, there's rook c6 now. The queen and rook along the 6th rank helps to push the pawn.
That's a good move. Wait, does he have to e2? That's how we want to do it. C3, and he also has no time. Oh, wow. So yeah, this is very close.
Oh my goodness,
Maybe he's looking to right. I mean, obviously, bad.
He's down to 35 seconds. Ding's the one with the time advantage, Fabi.
Yeah, well, white has to keep some time on the clock just in case it turns into a mess at some point. Wait, now rook c6? What is even the idea?
Is he going to try to sacrifice a piece and go for an attack against this king? That should not pan out, but maybe this king's going to try to hide an h2. And in a scramble, if it gets into real-time trouble for black, when you're under attack, that's when mistakes happen.
Yeah, maybe a good practical shot. I mean, for sure, this piece sack is his idea. It doesn't work. Like, all these things are definitely true, but he wants to avoid it. So we're now rook to c1 at least. Or wait, can you trade? Maybe you could trade.
Oh, and it's given a question mark. You could trade and then try to get your queen back to e4 at some point, try to make a
You
draw.
just try to like hold it move by move. Yeah, queen e4, queen c4, and it's not an immediate draw, but you're saying black cannot easily progress because the
And he finds it.
yeah, queen e4, queen g6, queen c4. Good try.
And not only
c2.
a good practical try. Sorry, Fabi, but look at the eval bar. It says minus 1.4. Is at nearly minus 4. So Jan may be fighting back in this game just when it looked like Ding Liren would be crowned world champion.
Well, it's very difficult to advance that pawn because c2 is allowing h5 ideas. And if not c2, then maybe you play h5 with black here. Maybe you really need to get those light squares under control. Okay, you can give a check. It probably doesn't change a whole lot.
Does he want to start
Well,
pushing
it
the A
didn't achieve
pawn?
anything. Pushing the a pawn, maybe. But then bishop to somewhere bishop d4 will get some counterplay. Maybe king goes to h2, not to allow queen e4 check, although probably doesn't change much.
Oh my goodness, king h2 is played. And look at the eval
Great.
bar. It's going near level. This could be dangerous for Ding. If he's all in for the win, he could find himself under pressure with his g7 pawn targeted by the bishop on d4 as well.
Yeah, I mean, like bishop d4, c2, maybe you lose because of queen to f7.
Yes.
Something like that, obviously, you would never want to allow. But generally speaking, black does not risk here. But bishop d4, the point of the king on h2, queen e4 was not checked because queen takes b4, wins a piece.
17 seconds. He
Bishop
makes a
d4,
move.
and that was correct one. Wait, a3 and... Oh, is he going back queen f7, queen b3? Or is it queen f7, queen c4?
Yeah, queen g6 is available. I think that's what you were indicating. The pawn is protected. He goes queen c7, which is a mistake. A huge mistake in time trouble from Ian Nepomniachtchi. The queen has to go back to g6. That's the good news for Ding Liren. He has only one move here, and Jan is the one down to 20 seconds and counting down.
Wait, bishop c3? Oh, just a2 and queen b1 then. There's no checks. Yeah, that's... Yeah, I think this is over.
Oh my god.
Oh my
He has
gosh.
to go queen c4 back. It's the only move.
Will he find it? The only way to keep the game going is queen back to c4, going after the bishop. He plays just that. So a good find.
c2 now. Yeah,
On the
this is
board.
Oh my gosh.
so close to disaster.
But he's holding on right now.
Oh,
What's the-
is bishop c5? Oh no, it's not. I was trying to get too clever.
Bishop d6. This h4 pawn may be hanging in some positions. He goes king g2, which keeps it in -3. So that's obviously an advantage for black. But maybe it's time for your h5 because to check left and right on outside of the h5 helping.
Just h5 h5 might be decision if you like h5
h5 queen. Oh, it's a2.
Yeah,
That
h2.
works. Because queen e4 take this bishop.
Oh yeah, he can actually play a2 immediately.
Although you have to be very careful here. Let's see. King f1. Oh, I don't think the king belongs to the first rank. That means a pawn might promote with check at some point.
Wait, now king e2, queen g4, so you can't move your king. Oof. But he was avoiding this a2, queen e4, queen e3 because he saw that option. He was avoiding it with king f1. But wait, now bishop to b2 is coming. This is just game over. I mean, there's no more hope here. The bishop on b2, white doesn't even have counterplay. Okay, he's going for just desperation. But h5, queen f5, yeah, this is... Desperation is not working out. Ding is going to win this match.
Unbelievable. The resilience from Ding Liren. He brings his queen up. Now it's on f5. There's a pass pawn c2 that's defended. You can't distract the queen anymore. Ding Liren, who is down a point in this match, is he about to become our world champion?
Black can do anything here. I mean, he doesn't have to panic, but he can play a2. Queen d3 probably wins. g3 probably wins, yeah. And now a2. a2 is super winning. Not even hope is left
We're
after
just
a2.
seconds away from Ding becoming the world champion. If he just plays the next few accurate moves, it's all over.
Just
This
one
is-
move, a2, and it's over.
And it's on the board.
Oh my goodness. And Ian
Look at
Nepomniachtchi,
Ian
he sits up
Nepomniachtchi.
in his chair, but he knows this might be the last few moves of his world championship.
Oh my god. Stop it.
Oh, you see it.
And he
He
gives
knows.
up. He knows it.
Yeah, bishop takes f4 is easy.
Heartbreaking. It's over. Ding Liren is the world chess champion. Wow. He has made history as the first Chinese player to win the world championship. We see handshakes that Ding is overtaken by emotions. He isn't able to leave the board. And for Ian Nepomniachtchi, a heartbreaking moment there. He leaves the hall. This has been a fight of courage, of grit, and determination. And all of that has paid off for Ding Liren. Take a moment and admire Ding right now. What a match this has been, and a deserving victory for Ding Liren. He is
You should-
20